Alright, welcome back to Grand Order. As usual, I got home, had some dinner, and went, oh no, we're about to AP cap, so I invested in a quick farming node. Tonight we'll be doing a bunch of Grand Order, and when we're low on AP, we might swap over to Yakuza, since we're sure for now that JP's event is over. I think their next event requires like Lost Belt 1 completion, which the JP account is nowhere near. We'll probably just be doing story on that account if we run out of stuff. I do have a couple interludes to do tonight though, so hopefully most of it's on an A. Good to be back playing Grand Order comfortably every evening again. Even 2 days of disruption on Grand Order feels like a lot. You just know you're gonna miss something. You're gonna be down those 2 feathers you needed or whatever. It's gonna happen. I was a little bit too good of a host. But oh well. As long as my guests enjoyed themselves, I did the best I could. Probably put it that quick up. We're mostly just looking for the stars on this so that we don't ever have to do 4 turns. So, I was expecting to sort of know the US election results by now, but it seems like that is still not over. Much like everything else related to the US elections, they rub it in your face. They won't shut up about it, and it lasts way too fucking long. Oh boy. Oh well. Still, it's looking like it's going to be a narrow victory for Biden, but man, the fact that it's even a narrow victory at all is mildly terrifying. Like, there's enough Americans, who, like half of America thinks that Trump is still a good choice. I honestly thought that after 4 years under Trump, people would be like, holy shit, this is literally the worst president we've had ever. Literally anyone would be better. And I was thinking, like, man, the Democrats could have just put literally anybody they wanted in power. I'm thinking they might have actually made an okay choice with this Biden thing. I was like, holy shit. It's actually close. Like it's actually been close the whole time. It's not like a 75-25 or anything crazy. Like he could win in theory. It's probably not going to happen because most mail-in voters lean Democrat, and those are still being counted. But still, like, it's too close. Like, you know, it's one of those things where you see how close it is, and you're like, people were this close. People actually thought he was a good idea at any point, and they still think he's a good idea after the last 4 years. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Man with little faith in humanity loses what shred he didn't even know he had. We'll do Carmella's rank up later. We have to actually use Carmella to care. Alright. Oh, we actually have a half AP for interludes. Shit, we might do a lot of interludes, because I've leveled a lot of servants up recently, which means we have a lot of interludes. Those are not half AP, so we might skip that. But at the very least, we're gonna do this one. Who are we actually using? A lot of these servants I don't actually use very much, so I don't care if they get their St. Quartz interlude done. Yeah. Maybe Shiba? Either way. We're here for the new one. And the new one is Penthesilea. So we'll get started on our new interludes first. Since they're half AP, we'd actually just clear through a bunch of them. For the quartz. Okay. Okay, we have 4 mystery servants? What? 4 mystery servants? Well, you know me. It's a story quest. Always pick the story always picking the story servants, even if it's maybe not the best choice. Alright. We probably don't want to just stick this on our... Yeah, this used to be our main roster many moons ago. We've since done whatever the hell we wanted with it. Alright, this is Penthesilea's right up for like interlude, so we're definitely putting Penth in this roster. MASH is usually around. I don't know who's involved in the story, so I can't just load up on the story servants. I think we're gonna take a Saber, though. A Saber looks good. We'll stick Ku in the back with his usual, you know... Give him something like Quick Up, like Imaginary Round. And we're done with Ku. First, Right, for Sabers, who do we want to run? I'm thinking I actually want to run like Lancelot because we haven't used him much yet. He's 626, so he's gonna be okay. He's an art saber, so he'd probably be okay with this. Penth, we can do better than Starry Knights. The Starry Knights isn't MLBs, so we're not going to use Starry Knights. We're going to use Aerial Drive. Speaking of things, I should... Yeah, I can do that later. Alright. We got Waver. I don't really think we need Waver. Not for this fight. So we're not going to bring him. We'll just rock it with Okita, because she's fun to... Well, you know, I bet this is... This is probably not a boss. This is probably not a boss. Let's be real for 2 seconds. This is probably not a boss, so we should bring Artoria. And we'll bring Artoria. Maybe she gets Aerial Drive. No, it's Penth is the star of this quest, so we're doing this. I don't know who this mystery servant is, we're taking that. Alright. I think this looks good. We probably don't need this, so we can probably take something like Experience Up? Stupid Gordolf thing. I wish you could, sticky them. Stickies would be nice. Just be able to sticky specific things to the top. Cause like... There's a select sort, but they didn't really clarify what that is. I guess... If I select multiple things, does it properly select sort them up? Like, let's see. We'll just test it for curiosity's sake. Oh, that does actually work. That's awesome. I can put all my favorite Cs up top. Okay, I'm gonna do that for a few of the big ones right here. Painting Summer. Oni. One of these. What else is high priority for us? None of these are important. None of these are essential for us. Aerial Drive is probably... Oh. We got Dive to Blue, we got Aerial Drive, MLB. This is good, Volumen's good. We don't use the Gut CE very often because we don't actually use the servant who needs it, Hijikata, very often, so we'll leave that alone. We still have the right CEs equipped, so let's keep doing it. And that's Startup. Okay, good. Alright. Let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, now it's time to test the select star working. Beautiful, beautiful. We can just grab that. Easy. Okay, I like that feature. That feature definitely wasn't there like a year ago. I was trying to use that feature to actually sort things. Alright. So Artoria is going to have like basically our second best CE. It's like at level 60, so the attack bonus is absolutely massive. Because I'm guessing we're going to have to fight a bunch of a bunch of dudes. There's no way we're fighting 3 servants in the first node. And if Penth or someone dies because, you know, Mash isn't in the front line. Well, we have Saberlot here. I'd kind of like to put him in front, but story support, then the plot relevant character, then probably what will be our best servant. So, he's gonna get some use. We'll get him some bond points. Maybe he has an interlude we haven't unlocked. We haven't actually seen much of him yet. Alright, on to Penthesilea's interlude. Oh, and the Chaldea Depths. Alright. We have depths. Ah. What's the password? It looks like everyone we invited to the meeting is already here. Right on time. The rest of us just showed up early is all. Alright, Hector. We got Hector, Mash, Sherlock, Da Vinci. What's this little issue you need to address, Da Vinci? We even have Moriarty here? Okay. Spoilers, by the way, if anyone hasn't done Shinjuku. Seeking true intelligence. I mean, Sherlock's pretty smart. Are Edison and Tesla also here? Yeah, must be dire if you're dragging in Sherlock and Moriarty and Da Vinci, all for the same problem. Yeah, they all share the same goal, or at least have the same concern. Or at least want to know the results, right? So it's me, Mash, Hector, and all the smart people minus the inventor type, crazy inventor types. Alright. The A and P problem. What's our current status, Hector? I didn't summon him, so I'm good. I don't know about you guys, Chaldea, but yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, just don't say A's name. Not a good sign, is it? It's just a matter of time until P finds out about A. Hector coming off as a little bit more intelligent and less of like a lol random asshole than he did in Okeanos here. That's cool. Complicated and not very close. It's like, yeah, he murdered me too. I have not leveled up Hector. Curious if he's any good. I mean, it's pretty hard to compete with Ku, but he's an AoE Lancer, so he has a different role. Okay, impressions. Right, it looks like Pete's kinda hating on him. Impressions. We literally had like an entire singularity where we spent like a third of it with that. Yeah, I'm with you, Da Vinci. Berserker might have affected her original personality. Yeah, it's probably still a matter of time though. I see. This is why you're here, M. No, he can tell you anything. It's just hard to break down things down to pure mathematics. I like how the first interlude is like the minute Achilles is out, when Penthesilea gets an interlude, it's like, and now Penthesilea wants to kill Achilles. At least she doesn't. And it's like, how do we solve this problem of one person wanting to kill the other person? We need all the brains we can get. Or maybe just a little bit of brawn. What is the best possible solution? Alright. Nice. Maybe we use Hector as a punching bag. Good morning. Or, well, it's evening for me. Whatever time it is. Hello. I have 3 accounts. I swear, I reveal I have a second account and like 5 people make a new account. We're doing the Penthesilea interlude right now. The current discussion is on whether or not, or what to do about Penthesilea wanting to kill Achilles, because she doesn't know he's in Chaldea, apparently. Three accounts is a lot, though. What are you planning on doing with your third account? Do you run it, planning to do anything special with it, or just run it like a normal account? Ah, Hector screwed up and said the A word. They were doing so well throughout the whole meeting using P and A, and look what happened. I actually just have 2 accounts right now. I mean, I've made a couple more, but I don't have the links to them anymore. Oh, it's Shadow. How's it going, Shadow? Classic. Who said Achilles? Guess whose interlude we're doing? Yeah. It's hers. Like the Kool-Aid Man. Not like it was nothing. Like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, that book is that statue is vaguely Greco-Roman. Oh, you done fucked up, Hector. She didn't even know he was here. Yeah, it is a Greek man. Hector, you're in trouble. Oh boy. Back to this gimmick. They were doing so well, and then it's like, Hector's just like, oh, I just don't want to fight Achilles again. I mean, he is Greek, so, yep. There you are, Hector. You didn't want to fight Achilles, so you fight Penth instead. Oh yeah, he is Trojan, so he's not actually from Greece. Oh, well. He's just known from Greek tales. Yeah, they were arguing with each other earlier, and now they're just like, this is highly amusing. Please entertain us, Hector. Alright. So I didn't know what I'd be fighting this first wave. I was thinking I'd be fighting waves, so I brought Artoria. I wanted to run Lancelot, but I was like, there's no way they just throw 3 bosses at us. It's probably gonna be like a wave of enemies. Well, I guess it is a wave of enemies. But Lancelot's stuck in the back line. Oh well. Oh, okay, we get a Sherlock. Alright. That's a thing. I don't even remember how much damage Penth does. Haven't used her since, like, since Vent Quest? I think I used her to kill bosses. Been a while. Alright. Well, we'll probably kill all this in one turn. See how it goes. Kill this in like 1 or 2 turns, probably. We'll go for overkill so Artoria can NP. Hopefully. Kinda wanna just do blue cards. Maybe not the best choice? Do something like that. There we go. We got that 100%. And we're 2% off on Penth. Oh well. I got greedy. Okay, so we're fighting the mirror. Penth versus Penth. So we'll just start with blowing her away. This seems about right. Dread farm 108 bones. Oh man, that's gonna suck. I have some farming to do, but not that much. Okay, that was a tough fight. Yeah, because you were like really close. You actually had to farm bones just to get enough for Ascension materials. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain. Oh, 3 feathers! Awesome! I actually needed the feathers. I was actually farming feathers before this as a way of spending AP, because I realized I needed feathers. Thanks, game. Unrelated note, most of these nodes are 100% drop chance, aren't they? 3 feathers isn't the most, but that's still pretty good. I know some of the interludes and rank ups have like fixed drops, right? Yeah. Oh, it's like a 4-parter. This is a decently long quest. Alright, who do we have for guests? My trolling friend. Okay. Well, Hector is our servant of choice today, I guess. He's the guest servant, so we're dragging him along. And although it might be better, I kind of want to use Lancelot. So we're going to bring Lancelot. Cool, this team's fine. This team is fine. I just want to use Lancelot. I don't expect the quest to be that hard. And now we're in the middle of somewhere, alright. I'm guessing this is in the simulator, right? Wait, she remembers who Hector is now. I guess that's a thing. It's wielder of the sacred sword Durandal. That is a weird shaped sword. It looks more like a lance or a spear. But you know, I like the shape of it, so I'm not complaining. Maybe a glaive? Okay, it isn't a memory, for sure. We're definitely in the simulator. There's no way we're not. Alright, this place. Green fields, a European castle with a portcullis. Alright. Yeah, didn't he like tie it to the chariot? Tie it to his chariot or whatever? Drag it through the battlefield? He was not particularly happy with Hector killing his boyfriend. That would be Patroclus? Question mark? Yeah. I liked that fight. That was like one of the best fights in Apocrypha. He just shows up and is like 1v1 final destination, no weapons. Let's go. None of this archer, rider, noble phantasm bullshit, just you, me, and our fists. Yeah, but I mean, like, wasn't King Priam the king of Troy? Actually, pretty sure we just had that spoken to us like 2 seconds ago. Ah. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, they were kind of invading the city, so, you know, going, yeah, we killed your champion is, kind of par for the course. We could find him in Chaldea, right? Let's... Oh my god, Hector, how do you keep screwing this up so much? That is a lot of names ending in A, in A. I'm not complaining, it just seems very unusual and noteworthy. Considering, like, if I saw everyone, if I went to a classroom and saw every single person's name ended in A, I'd be really weird. She is very kawaii, but don't tell her that to her face. As I recall, the word beautiful will also get her to murder you. Harm or toe. Harmoto. Hipotho. Alchemy. And anti-brote. Anti-bro. The anti-bro. I'm guessing she's not a fan of guys either. So why are we trying to trick her? How is this plan gonna work? Saviors of Troy. Well, their plan is to save Troy. She doesn't quite seem to remember dying horribly either, so we'll just go with it. Listen, listen, when your enemy just randomly gives you a gift, you know, you should just accept it. It could be a bomb, it could be filled with enemy soldiers, don't question it. Sure, it might be an obvious trick here. It might be an obvious trick here, but, you know, they couldn't say it was the oldest trick in the book back then, because the book hadn't been written. They had that excuse. Oh, we're going back to, Agartha. They're doing the roar thing. Okay, we're just fighting a pile of soldiers. Now we want Artoria, god damn it. Yeah, let's just make a bunch of stars. Hector's brother was... I don't recall actually hitting that hard with Penth. That's weird. Alright. We got 3 enemies left. This is all we're fighting this way? Alright, well... I don't really want to throw Lancelot at one of these, so I guess we're gonna do this. So, as I like to say, common sense is not common. Ah, what a wonderful noble phantasm. Even if its sound effect is literally just a circular saw, or some form of saw, it still sounds and looks cool. I feel really bad for all these archers. I'm like, oh, I want finally all the Lancelot cards, and I can't use them. I feel really bad about all these archers. Sorry, my man. Eh, fuck it, we're gonna use his cards anyway. MP speed normal. That was actually his fast speed? Really? Okay, so this guy's dead, right? I mean, people do a lot of stupid shit. Like, I was thinking the US election would be like massively in favor of Biden or whoever the Democrats threw out this year. Like, there's no... I thought there was no way people would be like, yes, we want another 4 years of Trump. But here we are, and it's not like 75-25. Like, there's legitimately like 60 million people who actually voted for him a second time. It's like, I was saying, you know, you get Trump, everyone realizes how freaking bad he is, and then, like, for this election, the Democrats should be able to just put whoever they want in power, you know, the furthest left-leaning guy ever, because, like, hey, we know how bad Trump is. Like, literally anyone would be better. Like, in the previous election cycle for Canada, people just didn't like Harper. So, when I know so many people who elected Trudeau because they were like, man, Fuck Harper, this guy's boring. But somehow, here we are. And it's looking very, very close still. Like, almost as close as the last election, where, you know, you could kind of be forgiven for thinking they're both basically the same, because maybe Hillary's a little corrupt. We don't actually know, because she basically fell out of the spotlight instantly the minute she lost the election, but still. Like, you could be forgiven for thinking it once. I don't get how you're, like... I don't get how you vote for Trump twice. I mean, I do. Like, people aren't that smart. Or don't pay attention to politics, but it's still painful to see. Alright, so we get her warmed up. We're still running Hector, who is basically useless for it. Okay, a rider. Ah, fuck it, we're just gonna run this anyway. I'm not changing our team, these fights aren't that hard. I want to run Lancelot, I like his NP. These guys are strangely well equipped for Greek soldiers. They look a little bit Roman. Okay. Yeah, well, it's gonna be hard to fix poverty issues without spending a lot of money, especially in the current climate, because COVID is just making poverty worse for everyone around the world, right? Like businesses, you know, if you have like lockdowns or even like tons of uncertainty, like, you know, if there's stores closed or things that can't open or things that aren't making as much money because they can't operate at full capacity, that's gonna raise poverty because then there's less jobs to be filled. Like, people are gonna lose their jobs. The people who are losing their jobs are probably the people who are closest to the poverty line, and thus you have a pretty hard time fixing poverty issues in a COVID-19 climate. But we'll see if he can do better. At the very least, if Democrats get this out, you might get a bill to stave off some of that out, because it absolutely wasn't going anywhere on the Senate under Trump, right? Got stalled at McConnell, and he's like, we're not voting on this. We're just putting a Supreme Court justice in. Yeah. You'll basically always have poor people. Even if you have, another stimulus check or something. Because, like, the important thing is for areas that have lockdowns or where you've, like, lost your job due to COVID, that you don't go homeless, right? Because then once you're homeless, there's, like, a long list of problems that now you have to also deal with. Then it's harder to get a job. Yeah, well, poverty will always exist. Even if you have a universal wage, like, there's going to be people who are just living on the minimum, and because that's the bare minimum, that will be the new poor, right? Because being poor is always relative. Like, in theory, compared to, like, 5 centuries ago, if you just have, like, a small apartment or something with, you know, heating, electricity, maybe the internet and a phone, you're probably doing better off than like 95% of people a few couple centuries ago. Because you aren't like, hunter-gathering, trying to not get killed, or like not as desperate as you could be, right? Yeah, you want to reduce the gap, which is why people want to tax the rich people. Tax the rich, but your perspective also changes as you get richer, which is why you try to avoid that, because you like everyone sees things from their own perspective, which is why most rich people try to avoid paying taxes as much as some poor people think they shouldn't pay taxes because they don't have enough, right? I mean, that's just the way the human mind works. You You just don't like losing something. But you know, you still want social services, and you still probably want you know, universal minimum wage or something like that to come in at some point. At the very least, because, you know, once you have a house and like a permanent mailing address and maybe the opportunity to attain a higher education or like a more specialized education that you can fulfill more roles, then it's more likely you become a productive member of society rather than just wasting away. Because if you think about it, you know, everyone who's homeless is, I mean, I'm not like, everyone who's homeless is basically not, is basically contributing like basic almost nothing to society, and they're all like, most of them are probably decent people. Most of, like, obviously there's some people, you know, they're out on the streets because they can't control their drug habit or whatever, but you could also maybe fix that. You just gotta work on reducing the gap, help people contribute to society. Good plan. Oh well. Eventually. We're getting there. I mean, if you think about it, like most things like unemployment and workers' rights basically didn't exist like 2 centuries ago, so who knows what we'll have in another century, right? It just feels slow because you know all the things that you think would be good to society. Now, we have a lot of ideas, but like they aren't implemented in the wider country. Same thing like technology moving ahead of the times. Because there's like no laws for lots of things on the internet, and you know, copyright's horribly out of date, all that good shit. Yeah, you can't get rid of greed. I mean, you can, but the solution wouldn't be a good one, right? It's like what's his face, Amakusa Shiro's solution to world peace. It's like, yeah, that's one way to accomplish that goal, but is that really the option you want? From Apocrypha, that is, right? Just turn everyone to ghosts, and then they can no longer interact with each other and thus won't kill each other. Mission accomplished. But is that really what you wanted? I mean, the point of the Apocrypha is that I mean, dead is relative. It was going to like manifest the form of everyone's soul. It's that you are simply a soul, but like typically you would cease to exist or be typically if you were actually dead, you'd be reincarnated in fate. That's why heroic spirits are unique because they get removed from the wheel of reincarnation. So he's not actually killing everyone. He's just uh, no longer making them alive. Yeah, yeah. He's doing it because he's traumatized over Shimabara. Shimabara. Who should be here? Where is he? It's Carrot Top. This is an illusion of Achilles and not the real one, right? I mean, his solution makes... Shiro's solution makes sense. It just isn't like the solution a person who's thinking normally would want or expect. You're like, wait, that's a terrible idea. But he's like, I want this one thing. It's kind of like, the whole point is, the author's trying to demonstrate how, like, world peace at any cost is a bad idea. It's like, there's reasonable limitations on what you would trade for world peace or something else. In this case, he's gone too far off the deep end. But, like, story-wise, that's the author telling you that, like, you know, same thing like Shiro, achieving your, like, goals at any cost is not worth it, right? That's how you get villains that aren't necessarily evil. Okay, I know Hector does no damage that we're doing this. Monarchy's a bad government because you can't guarantee that the next leader is any good. Well, okay. I wish I had Star Absorb on Pen. As much as I like Lancelot, I think this is better. That was a good start. Aw, you dick. It's like, is it 2 hits? Yeah, it's 2 hits. Aw, you dick. Should have thought about that before I did that much damage. Alright. Well, we're gonna go for it anyway. We just know Erendite Overlade's doing no damage. Yeah, corruption in monarchy. Incompetent leaders. It's all bad. Yeah, there's nothing you can do if the monarch is corrupt or terrible other than killing them. Which is a distinct issue with the form of government like that. Because the upsides of monarchy are that you can make swift decisions, right? You have a single head of state, so you don't have to spend months in debate over whether or not you should have this person or that person in charge of something, or whether this law is a good law or not. They can straight up make the decision. But yeah. That also means that if they're not good or if they're corrupt, you're in a lot of... your whole country or territory is in trouble. Yeah. Also means you can just decapitate the government or have a straight list of... But in theory, like a stable monarchy would have several successors lined up, and they wouldn't all be in the same area at any given time. In theory, probably doesn't happen because, you know, in a monarchy they're all related to each other, so they probably all group up for birthdays or marriages or whatever. No story servant. Alright. Sure. One of these jacks will be fine. Alright, Shiki. We're running Penth because Penth is the story servant. I bet you we can probably just do all damage here and be fine. If not, it's my mistake. Akame got kill. Oh man, that show does not go the way you expect it to. It's like going all right for like the first 3 quarters, and then like the last 20%, they're just like, yeah, goodbye, 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 goodbye. It's just like 5 people just randomly die for almost no reason. It was a really weird ending. I mean, I didn't hate Akame get kill. I felt it was very average. But yeah, it is kind of sad how that goes. Freezing. I haven't read Freezing. Alright, so we've officially killed the presumably fake Achilles. Freezing. What's freezing about? Alright then, that sounds cool. I'm just like, just Wikipedia'd it. I'm like, alright. The concept sounds good. And it's a seinen. Alright, cool. Never heard of it, but it sounds cool. Yeah, that's kind of my reaction to Akame ga Kill character deaths. It's just like, alright, that happened. After like, I think the first one is kind of meaningful. And then when you start seeing people randomly die, it just loses its impact, because you're like, oh, well, that happened, okay. Oh, that happened now, alright. I bet this guy's gonna die this episode. He dies. I don't like when people play off random character deaths for laughs. That was like one of the reasons I stopped reading. That was one of the things that slowed me down on reading Marvel's comics. Back when Hunger Games was big, they did like their own version of Hunger Games, and it's like they summon a bunch of heroes, like the C-listers, so you know they can actually die. And then they're just like, you know, summons them through. He's like, "Oh, you're all fighting to the death," and the first guy that says, "Oh, really?" instantly dies, and you're like, you legitimately just axed a character for like a 2-second joke. Like, he's in like 100 issues. I've read them all. And then they proceeded to actually axe those characters, and I didn't do anything with them for like 3 years, which is pretty boring. Secret Wars A-Force? That was the recent Secret Wars, the one where they rebuilt the whole universe and basically soft rebooted everything. I like kind of stopped reading halfway through that. That's actually where I dropped off too. Yeah, that reboot was so dumb. Oh my god. And the whole event was boring. Like every single comic that was coming out during that event was so boring. Even like the main storyline ones were not keeping me entertained. It was like you had the opportunity to like stick people in like 6 different worlds, and you managed to screw up basically every single one of them and make them all really boring. And then they reboot the universe and it's even more boring. There's so much, yeah, like half the event is filler. And the parts that aren't filler are kind of middling. I liked what's leading up to Secret Wars though. Like I really liked that whole Illuminati plot. That was really good. It was like, the lead up to the event was 10 times better than the actual event. Because it had actual crises to deal with and no right answers. And like their whole team was fracturing. That was really cool. If you haven't read that, Excalibur, what's the lead up called? That's like, what's the series that contains the Illuminati plot? It was really good. Basically, basically you have like Namor, you have Captain America, you have Black Panther, like you have all the big leader types. You have someone representing the Avengers. I think it's Beast. And they have to deal with a crisis whereby universes are colliding at the point of Earth. And so the only way to stop it, your Earth from dying, is to blow up the other planet by traveling to the dimensions as they overlap. At first, it starts out, it's easy. We didn't have to. They didn't have to deal with the first one because it was disintegrating. The second one had no life on it already, so they're just like, build a bomb that blows up planets. Problem solved. Nobody dies. Third one was like invading monsters. No problem. The fourth one is other people, and then they start having real crises. The whole team splinters up, and they're like, "What do they do?" Namor, being the person he is just like, "Yeah, I just took the bomb and killed 6 billion people from another universe. No big deal." The whole team fractures. They end up fighting each other. I believe Namor goes and frees Thanos, because Thanos thinks it's great fun to murder alternate versions of the Avengers again and again and again while they're on the run from other people. I think Captain America gets kicked out before the first planet explodes. It was pretty good. Alright, so does this help her get over her trauma? No? We have another two versions of Carrot. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't like the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four are alright. Not my favorite, but whatever. They did a lot of weird things in the reboot, though, which is one of the reasons I didn't continue reading after Secret Wars. It's like, after an amazing Thor run, they moved to like female Thor with all those really, really weird, forced girl power scenes. That was really awkward. How did Penth die? Oh, if you didn't read that in Agartha, Penth dies to Achilles, and she's tilted. She dies to Achilles. She dies to Achilles. I believe that's accurate to lore. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, blah 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 blah. I'm just reading the Wikipedia article to make sure that's right. Yeah. Ah, okay. So, because it's not clear. Oh, during the Trojan War. I'll just read it straight from Wikipedia. Penthesilea. Let's see. She's an Amazon and daughter of Ares who comes to help the Trojans. She arrives with 12 other Amazon warriors. After a day of distinguishing herself on the battlefield, she confronts Achilles. Achilles kills her, but after taking off her helmet, he falls in love with her and violates her dead body. Yeah, so, it's not clear in Fate, because he just calls her beautiful, but the real answer is, rapes her corpse. Good to know, Achilles, keeping up with the Greek tradition of being fucking terrible. I didn't know that one. But I also haven't read Theopolis. So maybe I'll add that to my list of things to read. I mean, it's on the Wikipedia article. You can read it yourself. Just look her up. The Amazons are not in Amazonia, or not in Brazil. The Amazons are on an island somewhere in the Mediterranean, in theory. Listen, Greek gods are dicks and cause all sorts of stupid shit. But I mean, yeah, having no respect for women and raping people is like par for the course for Greek demigods and gods. I mean, obviously we're talking about Penthesilea as she is in one of the Greek epics. I mean, they basically kept her representation here sort of the same. She's a berserker, so it's like a little bit warped. Yeah, Zeus. Wonderful guy. Who wouldn't want to meet him on the street? Yeah, so today we learned something new about Penthesilea as she was in the real story. Man, Hector is so freaking laid back about all this. Like, I know it's his whole personality, but goddamn. I kind of like him here though, at least. I mean, most servants are kind of like chill about their death. They're just like, yeah, I died. It's part of life. Even if they got murdered. There's only a couple servants that actually care about how or why they died. Like the other one is also in Agartha, right? What's her face? Shazared. I mean, people still like Zeus, think he's a cool god, or like Ares for some reason. Or in this case, you could also just hate Aphrodite because it was her curse on Penthesilea that sort of made Achilles, ostensibly, we'll go with that, made Achilles do it. We can also be mad at her for causing the war in the first place, too. Lots of things to hate the gods for. That's part of Greek mythology. They're all dicks. You can just enjoy Kratos. Oh wait, Kratos doesn't actually kill Aphrodite, does he? Damn it! I was gonna say you can enjoy playing angry Greek man murders or angry demigod kills everyone in Greece, but he doesn't actually kill Aphrodite. Uh, oh well. You gotta kill Zeus, Poseidon, and Hermes, and Ares, and the Erinyes, and like Heron, and a whole bunch of other people, but you somehow managed to not kill Aphrodite. Now you do meet her in the third one. Kratos in Grand Order. too many, too many gods. What version of Kratos would you want? Would you like the more adult one where he is in like the reboot, or like young Kratos who just wants to flip out at everything and murder everyone? So, like I think they both have their merits. Kratos in the first three games is definitely like a shoe in for Berserker. The other one could be something else. Maybe still Berserker, but less insane, or at least with the ability to talk most of the time. The Mad One's fun. I definitely liked him more, but I also like Teal'c voicing Kratos, and in the reboot, Teal'c's voicing him. You've seen Stargate. I think that's funny. The more mature one works out all right too. Once you get used to him, if you played through the game, it's like definitely a weird change of character and tone because you like go into the reboot expecting to be like rip and tear, and then it's like, no, 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 we're the voice of reason here somehow. Like everyone else is trying to kill us. Swear to God, Hector, you're like a normal human being here. It's so weird. Like most other servants are not are like heroic, and you're just like, yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near fighting. It's scary. But he still goes and fights anyway, so he's not like bitching out like Scheherazade. Ah. Oh, that was a good one. I have the I have the like dual version with Ghosts of Sparta. I kind of blend both of them together, so I don't remember if you fight the Erinyes in Ghosts of Sparta or Chains of Olympus. But that was a cool fight. I played like the two PSP games and one, two, three, and then the reboot a while back. Since I had a PS3, I figured I picked up a PS3 just to play a bunch of its exclusives that are sure writers. I mean, you just have to be famous enough or leave an impact, right? Achilles, Achilles, son of. Are we gonna fight the real Achilles at some point instead of these images? Odysseus. You've seen Odysseus as a mecha? Or as a serpent with his giant mecha? It's funny. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's cool. Alright, we're fighting 3 Achilles. I probably should have just taken Semiramis and dunked on them, but alright, here we go. This Achilles. We'll just try to NP on the other ones. Well, you'd first need a noble phantasm, so start getting a magic weapon. Then kill 1 million people with said weapon. And it has to be a weapon that requires skill. So you can't just nuke people. As I believe, even if you have a machine gun and like spray down like 100 people, it doesn't count because it's not skill or talent or anything. Or anything that gets you renown. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, just throw a Kiara or whatever. Oh my god, they all have his abilities? Wow, that's annoying. Alright. I'm not gonna waste that NP on it, but that's annoying. Alright, well. Like, I'm really tempted to just throw... I believe it expires. Oh, it lasts 5 turns. God damn. Now I'm kind of tempted to do that. Alright, whatever. I don't remember how much she actually does to Achilles. We'll find out here. The answer is a lot. Alright, we just bit Achilles in the stomach. / groin area. Alright. Cool. I wasn't sure if I would actually kill that Achilles, so I didn't use Shiki's NP. If I'd known I would do that, then I would have, like, used hers, alright. Alright. Biggest waste of damage? Yep. Doing it anyway. He had 1,000 health left. What are your skills gonna be as a servant? Kiara shill? Kiara simp? Summon an image of Kiara who actually does something? Yeah, I think there was a joke in Carnival Phantasm where Shiro asks the Grail what he has to do to become a hero, and it's actually kill 1 million people. Just gives him a knife. It's one of those scenes. Actually, has anyone not seen that series, Carnival Phantasm? Because that's like one of my favorite scenes from the show. The Grail-kun scenes, they're great. Alright, we fought Achilles all day. We killed dozens of his copies. Another 2 bite it. Where's the real one? Yeah, the Grail-kun scenes are like among my favorite scenes. I also like Saber Alter scene. What else was good? The race was good. I think those are the most memorable ones to me. I think. First episode was also pretty good. They did a good job with that. It was a skit comedy, so some of the scenes were kind of misses, but they did pretty good overall. Yes, Penth, all the Achilles are false. Kind of want to do a. I don't want to rewatch Carnival Phantasm again sometime. It's not that long, so you can like do it in a night if you really want to. Because they're all like 10-minute episodes, right? Oh, are we getting good memes? I'm not paying enough attention. I am seeing some. I saw some of the news, but I haven't looked at any of the memes. You got any good ones for us, Shadow? Love the Epic. The Emperor Ku tried to avoid his death was funny, but I think it was only that funny because he actually died in all those episodes ahead of time. Where they were like individually funny deaths. Yeah, he still dies at the end. It's so great. It's like he's finally escaped to another world. And then they fucking shoot the ball into through his head, killing him into the spaceship. That was great. Oh my god. That was a good episode too. I think it was the second. The episode where Berserker goes to get AA batteries was pretty funny too. He like accidentally wins the Holy Grail War in the process, and she wastes an entire wish on like a pair of batteries, or Ilya wastes an entire wish on a pair of batteries because she didn't realize what he'd gotten her. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, they take volleyball very seriously in Tsukime, apparently. I still haven't read that either. Kind of want to read it, but I also know it's like even less popular than reading Stay Night on stream. And I know it's also going to take me a million hours to go through. When will I find the time? Hey, that is a noble battle. We have enough bond to say hey Penth, right? We don't have to say your royal majesty. Our only choice is to get stronger. You know what that means, guys. More skill ups. And possibly grails. God damn it, these 4-line ones. Rush through the standard way. There's all there's ever been for us. I think the yeah, I only know the characters from Carnival Phantasm and from Melty Blood. As I believe most of the Tsukime characters show up in Melty Blood. And they're pretty good. They're pretty cool. I originally got it because Shiki was there. That was like a fighting game with Shiki. Sounds good to me. Turns out she wasn't my favorite character to play, but hey. I liked Shiel, and I like playing Shion and Shiel. They're both fun characters. Tsukime manga, shit. That probably takes way less time to read. I might read that just because it doesn't take that long. Like reading a manga is usually way faster than a visual novel. Probably blow through that in like a couple days, depending on how long it is. Hey, we got our first reference to the best 4-star Lancer, the one that's not out yet, Canis. I'm like almost certain I'm going to roll for her because I really like Canis. I guess this is a new patch, so this isn't, but we've already met Canis in lore, sort of. I'm not sure. This is being projected. And it happened in the basement of Chaldea, so storyline-wise, this happens before all that nonsense, right? Storyline-wise, this happens before the Lost Belts. Yeah, we need you to become stronger. Become much stronger. Unfortunately, this is just a Saint Quartz interlude and not an NP upgrade interlude, which would be really cool. Ooh, only one target. Must be nice. Must be nice. Must be nice only wanting one servant for a whole year. Oh boy. Alright, what kind of strength are you neglecting? The fact that you're missing multiple arts cards? Or a quicker arts NP? Shiny Hat, help. Shiny Hat Hector. Good luck, Hector. Man, a defense up, a way to increase Penn's defenses would be nice. Can we get something like that? Even if it's just a guts or like a 10% defense up on one of her skills, that would be awesome. I mean, you can roll on more than one banner if you want to. Depends on how much you're willing to risk on not getting them. Because you usually get more than one servant a year, even if you're free to play, like on average. It's like 2 to 3 if you're rolling. Which, and like this year, I think the average was like 3 or 4, based on how much quartz they gave out. So, I think that was what it is. I don't remember. I was talking to Mordred about it a while back. You can realistically roll for more than one servant a year. But again, like I've thrown 1,200 quartz at Gilgamesh and not gotten him, so you know, maybe you do want to save up for an entire year for Space Ishtar, and because you really want to get her. I've got plenty of insults that are guaranteed to push Achilles buttons. We got a wild for the 5-year anniversary. Delicious, delicious Saint quartz. Yeah, we made some progress. You were expecting someone to radically change in like a 5-minute conversation? Our take on this is that we got a Saint quartz. We got a couple pieces of Saint quartz. I didn't summon Achilles. Why are you here? It depends on whether or not something else that's better comes out, right? Or more appealing, or something else that just takes your time. I feel like this isn't the most demanding game. It has some demands, but there are like more demanding games you could be playing. Like, what's a good example? I think League is more demanding. If you like leave League, you're in a bad spot if you come back like a year later. Or like Warcraft or something, where you like actually have to, like WoW or something, where you actually have to be playing like every day, and if you stop, you're actually like crippling yourself. Whereas here, it's like if you stop here and there, it's not so bad. I feel like the mobile game market's getting a lot more competitive, so we'll see where we are in 2 years. There might be something new, some new hotness out that I'm more interested in. I'm currently really liking Fate though, so it'd be pretty freaking hard for them to come up with something in 2 years that I like better. I think the more likely cause will be like, of like me going to another game would be like, I get bored of this one. No, I'm saying it like, in terms of demand, if you want to play League at a high level, it's like, you gotta keep playing. Or like most competitive games, right? I was just throwing that out as an example of something like, if you want to keep up with it, it's a lot of effort. Because like most multiplayer games, if you stop, you're like, obviously your skill degrades, but that matters more because it's a versus game. And then like when patches and shit come out that change what's viable and not, if you're not paying attention, you're in an even worse spot. On top of your skills degrading. FGO is your only game. FGO is not the worst to leave. Like you'll miss out on events and shit. Most likely, the worst you'll miss out on is like welfares and free event stuff. But I feel like even Drain School, it's not like it's going to be impossible for you to complete events most of the time. I mean, I like competing with people. Depends on the game and like how it's implemented, right? Like I think Grand Order would be a terrible competitive game. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun and relatively simple, but like it's not a game. It's not a game for competing in. Like there are some games that are fun to compete in, some games that aren't. You just gotta figure out whether or not you're looking for something you want to compete with or something you just want to relax with. Like I find Grand Order is mostly relaxing with a little bit of challenge here and there on like boss quests, challenge quests, maybe some optimization challenges for like farming. Right, right. Story and character driven games are very rarely the best competitive games. I mean, people are trying to push that. Like, you got Apex, you got like Dota and League and stuff where they have some character, but it's not enough to drive the gameplay or your interest in the story. Like, those aren't story focused games. And I don't stick around for any of those games for story. This one I'm here for. I'm here for Grand Order for story. Arc 3? I think Arc 3 is possible. Like they're definitely not going to just be like, "Oh, I guess we're done with the story." They're not just going to end things and be like, "Oh, yes, like we don't want any more money. We're on to what was their alternative game? Soccer Wars Mobile." We're not just going to dump it. Like that's a ton of money down the tube. They want to milk this thing forever, man. Two 2.5 at least. Almost certainly a 3. Yep. I like how they write him, and he's like sort of sympathetic here. And it's like 5 minutes ago we read what's written in on the Wikipedia article about Penthesilea, and you're just like, yes, sympathetic. I'm not really feeling the sympathy for you, Achilles. Maybe we shouldn't have read that Wikipedia article. Just reading the text, I feel sympathetic for this little slip up Achilles had, but the more I know, the less I'm sympathetic to his problem. More costumes would be nice. I'd also like costumes that change their skills like Mash's does. That'd be cool. Yes, because in this he just called her beautiful. Did you not notice? In Fate he just called her beautiful and that's what sets her off. They self-censored themselves there, changed things up a little bit. He's like, oh, I just called her beautiful, get over it. Cause like they always change things in Fate, right? Like it's never exactly the same, so they cut that piece out. Oh no, it's not fucked up, cause in Fate they cut out that little bit. And it's just him calling her pretty that triggers her. I mean, remember, Achilles is the real deal and has all his memories. He reads them from a fucking book. So... yeah, it's kind of weird, but you gotta remember, they're different people. It's like Arthur, King Arthur, right? It's not the same king, or like Musashi or whatever. It's not the same person in the history, as in the history books. They're like, it's like their own take. You gotta separate those two apart. It's just weird to read and be like, yeah, you're lucky it's in this interpretation, or I'd be like, you a fucked up guy. To be fair, Atalante is also not like the most mature person, I swear to God. That whole her whole like turning evil, or not necessarily evil, but like going crazy about protecting the children, like protecting Jack. You're like, girl, you're crazy, what the fuck? Definitely not thinking with their head on straight. Or like an adult who's been through multiple wars and fought battles, like get real. You're just gonna be like, I have to save every child, herp derp derp. That was probably offensive to someone. I believe that's offensive now. Oh well. Yeah, Jack is very different. I mean, there's multiple interpretations of Jack in Fate too, right? As Jack is very different in Strange Fig, where he's like a faceless figure who like takes on the shape of things that he's near and has no real form. Hmm. Yay, our Saint Courts. Since we're kind of on like interlude day, we may as well do a couple of interludes, even for people we don't use that much. What do I want to do? Most of these are just Saint Courts interludes, so they don't even matter that much. Let's do you. Queen of Sheba. I was gonna say, I haven't really used you, so I have no clue if this is if she's any good, but... Or, I know if she's good or not, I was gonna say. I haven't used her, so I probably can't actually field her, but... Alright, here we go. Oh, that's convenient. Just when I was thinking I wanted to run more Saber a lot, here we go. Sabers, Sabers, Sabers. You know, I haven't run her in a lot. in a while. So I'm thinking we're gonna, just because we know these quests are easy, I'm gonna run Altera. Wow, has it actually been like 2 hours? Shit, this has been... It's going by fast. Alright. Let's do the Queen of Sheba interlude. Fight some lanterns. Harder than going through the eye of the needle. I mean, we're doing your interlude, so yes, we are looking for her, David. Yes, business, business. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't actually remember reading about Queen of Sheba in the Bible. But it's been a while. Pick it tomorrow? Oh boy. Don't remind me. Oh, I got so many materials to farm now. I was almost out of all my material hells, and then I remembered I needed to stick Nero out of 10, 10, 10, and they hadn't checked her requirements. Damn it. Oh well, Nero tomorrow. It's something to look forward to, right? Even if they're not maxed out. I was gonna say, David. Of a certain someone here, a fellow fan of bronze skin and fuzzy ears. You know, I'm a bit of a fan of those myself. All right. Oh, that's only a couple hours off then. Okay, so David's just straight up stalking Queen of Sheba. Look at this. When she appears in common areas, then into her favorite facilities, how she likes to get them. He hasn't spoken to her yet. He's doing a bit of sleuthing, aka stalking. Alright. I'm assuming that he's stalking her with, wow, why can't I remember his name? Blackbeard. There we go. Yeah, he's getting a little bit creepy, so I'm thinking it's Blackbeard. Queen of Sheba is a very tasty looking servant, so at least David has some good tastes. I'll just go report you for stalking. I'm always innocent. Lies, lies, lies. If you recall, King David saw a woman from his room that he liked, and she was married, so he conscripted her husband, sent him off to be killed, and slept with her while he was away. Yeah, always innocent, my ass. Anyway. Oh, that was him, right? I'm not getting that wrong? I'm pretty sure that was David. Gears. Gears place is in Shinjuku, isn't it? Better than Gil and his story. Okay, I guess that's true. Lots of people are pretty terrible in their own stories if you read them. Am I falsely accusing of stalking out of jealousy? Only acting on instinct. As a sheep herder, I'm inclined to gather any lost sheep. Now, calling women sheep is not the best way to phrase things. Reading up about Achilles. King David's optimism scares me. Yep. Yep. Looks like somebody's reading about Penthesilea. Achilles would. Welcome to Greek Gods and Demigods 101. Eh? What just happened? We went to the command room. Meow, haha. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting Jaguar Warrior. Alright. I wasn't expecting a joke like this. Yeah, you're not even from the desert, what the heck? Cats in the desert go together like peanut butter and jelly. Alright, alright. But jaguars are tropical. Now they're doing cat puns? He's a tiger, right? Oh my god! It's Robin Carson gets everywhere. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting the Star Wars reference. I am almost positive that is one of those instances where they were like, and here we replaced their joke that didn't work with a pop culture reference. I'm not sure that was there in the Japanese version, but it's pretty funny here. Just completely out of left field. I know it's like a funny scene, but it's like, I was not expecting a Star Wars reference there. I mean, it fits. It fits. But it's unexpected. It's certainly unexpected. Alright. Like, I haven't seen that joke in a while. I can only remember it follow one command at a time. Oh my god. Jaguar Warrior, you're so funny. Oh god. Mind giving me a handgun? Anything for my queen. We're simping for Queen of Sheba today. Yeah, that was great. Ah, yes, of course, giant coconut crabs. Why didn't I expect those? In the middle of the desert. Right there. Delicious, delicious. Sweet, that sweet mana transfer. I'm looking forward to it too. I'm just going to enjoy the twitching here. Left, right, 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 right and left. Right, left. Alright. This is the story support Queen of Sheba, so she's only level 40. I don't know why they recommend you bring a level 40 Queen of Sheba. But them's the story, servant. I kind of like Queen of Sheba's voice actor. Okay, that dealt less. You're disappointing me, Lancelot, but it's okay. We're gonna NP next turn with you. Or, I mean, like, after we kill this. Assuming there's a wave boss that's coming up soon. Kind of thinking I shouldn't have brought Altera because she doesn't have a battery, but we'll live. Summon a number of cards, kill these things. I'm trying not to like take Waver to every fight. Like I know he makes every fight faster, but and makes everything better. Like he would just be better than Queen of Sheba here, but I feel like it's kind of pointless and boring to bring him every fight. Charisma B-. Alright. Well, you know, we're just gonna tactics here. Alright, Altera. Time to swing that popsicle sword. Ah, that's one wave gone. There were no node bosses there. Come on, give me a server. There we go. Someone worth fighting. At last. Unfortunately, we have no crit stars or crit star generations. I don't care if this isn't a good idea. I think this one's the star generation, so we'll do this one now. Next turn, he'll do a bunch of damage if she's still alive. Well, she's dead, but I like Erendite Overload. I'm trying to figure out if I like his first or third Ascension skin better. I like his third Ascension because it has like the little frilly things hanging off. Yeah, we might talk Ascension later. I like the little things that are hanging off, kind of like when he's in Berserker form. But I also kind of like his purple armor more than I like his white armor. It's like his first Ascension has his purple armor, which is pretty good. Okay, hold up. I guess we're taking Jaguar Warrior now. Cool. Like, I don't know. Do you guys have an opinion? First or third Ascension? We'll be there eventually. We're a little bit further we're a bit behind, but it's nice having the clairvoyance, right? It's a trade-off. Like, I kind of think his purple armor looks better than his blue and white. Plus he has like the cloak, which adds to it, but on the other hand, no cloak or tassels. I mean, the tassels are pretty cool. Yeah, right? Like, the purple armor is definitely a better look with his purple hair and purple eyes. Just fits his whole color scheme better. But then, the tassels and cloak. It's so hard. I can respect either choice. The only one I don't respect is the second choice. Right? Like his berserker form is wearing the purple one. And has the tassels. They just end in like hooks instead of or not hooks. They end in like points instead of crosses. Like, it's the same shape, it's just different, the armor is exactly the same, it's just colored differently, I think. I'm looking at the right arm to just make sure nothing changed. Yeah. It's all the same. Yeah, the purple reminds you of Berserker, but like, if I like flowing cloaks, it's hard to decide. But here, we got another fight, so we'll bring him in purple this time. His face also looks way different when he's not a berserker. Like, he has normal teeth instead of like those jagged things. Like, I watched Fate Zero like a month and a half or so ago, and I was like, what the fuck, his face looks like that when he takes his helmet off in berserker form? He looks fucking ugly. Like, he's got like long hair. It's like completely messed up. His facial features are horrendous. His teeth are like jagged, like a shark. Really weird. Like, threw me for a loop because I'm used to seeing this face, like happy Lancelot a woman face, and instead we get other one. And damn it, there's no. You know, we're bringing him anyway. Fuck that. We're bringing him anyway. These fights aren't hard enough to not bring whoever we want. You can't stop me from bringing, who do I want to bring? Roma. I mean, there's like 2 Shark VTubers, and they're both fairly... I mean, the second one just debuted, but yeah, Gura's like crazy popular, right? I like Gura. I think Gura's alright. I'm actually not like the biggest fan of most of the EN VTubers, actually. I'm not sure if that's because they're just new, though. Like, they're for their viewership, they do not seem like they're experienced streamers. And that kind of puts me off. With those teeth, I sure hope so. Yeah, she's at 1 million subs for someone. Well, she does an alright job, but like their production values are solid. But I know they're not doing all that production work, right? Like the backgrounds and the images and stuff. That's probably all done by Covercore. But for like someone with 1 million subs, I like kind of expect them to have like a lot more experience in the streaming field. Like, you know, if you're pulling in like 20,000 viewers, most people who do that are like they know what they're doing cold. It's kind of weird seeing someone like that who's like very clearly newish to streaming. Like, especially who makes me think that all the time? Calliope makes me think she's like like, I swear, like the first couple Calliope streams I was like, is this like her first time streaming ever? Like, no joke. It's kind of weird. But I mean, it'll probably go away in a couple more months, right? They're slowly making their collab streams less of a disaster. And I'm still tuning in once in a while just because they're airing at times when I have nothing better to do. but I'm currently more of a fan of most of the JP ones. I don't know. You guys both big Gura fans? I mean, I don't hate you for liking her. She's pretty cool. I think I really liked their like first Minecraft collab. That one was funny. That's the one where they were like digging a tunnel together. Ah, okay. Oh shit, it's Kid Gil. What up, man? That's fair. Oh, they're kind of entertaining. The most irritating thing is that most of their streams are in Japanese, so you have to wait for like a highlights reel or someone to translate half the thing. But I mean, there's a lot of people who translate their videos, and they do them fast. It's like I've seen like half a stream translated and uploaded in less than a day. And like some things you don't need translations for. Alright, later, my man. I had a bit of a nap myself before I started this. That illusion was the one I want to use. I'm protecting the kingdom of Sheba. That is very suspicious, 3 tangerines. Yeah, VTubers are pretty entertaining. I mean, they're just like other streamers anyway, really. If you like anime, though, you get the added bonus of having a cute anime girl doing the streaming. Or just a random anime guy, that works too. There's a few of those. Less popular, but they're alright. The one thing I will say is, I think most of the popular VTubers are not actually that amazing at most games. They're all like, variety streamers. And for the most part, I don't think they're spectacular at any game. Like, obviously, you're not looking at me for expert gameplay either. That probably doesn't bother you, but depending on what you're looking for, most of them are not stellar at the games they're playing. I mean, I'm still watching them, so it doesn't really bother me either. Although some of them are getting decent at Minecraft again. I think Bakura does alright with some redstone engineering. Most everyone else seems to be like a couple steps behind her. Yeah. Depending on the atmosphere. If you want like a chill atmosphere, who does good chill streams? I think Shiranui Flare does good chill streams. Like, I usually put her on in the background if she's streaming while I'm at work or something like that, because, like, I don't even need to know what she's doing. it's probably something super chill. Like the last 4 streams of hers I actually watched through were like her making furniture in Minecraft for her house or something. Like, oh, I'm just gonna build a lamp and figure out how I want it to look. And you're like, all right, you do that. I'll come back in 10 minutes, see how it's going on. Listen to whatever you're talking about. Like, it's a nice chill. They're nice chill streams. She also has a nice voice singing. She does a couple singing streams here and there. Alright, what are we seeing now? Yeah, explain for the rest of us. Wait, is Kid Gil trying to make a buck? Ah, okay. So he shows off his collection. He shows off his collection and okay, I like this plan. Jaguar Warrior's a bodyguard because reasons. Okay, what's the reason, Queen? Aika is sort of a more modern person. She is not the first person I would go to discuss business ventures in the modern era. Not very modern, really. Go to Emiya. Emiya has an idea. Although Emiya is also like risk adverse, so you'd probably say not to do it. No, no, the most modern servant. Go for more modern. And not the saint of fist fighting. Or the people who worship you. Because you're in the one of the Bible's books, I guess. Yeah, she's going to all the saints, and it's just like, these are the people you very specifically should not be going, because they basically worship you as you're literally from the book that they devoted their life to. Also, I like how Martha, instead of doing anything useful, she's like, the fastest way to get a six-pack, the best bulking recipes. She's like, obsessed with lifting. Alright, let's see. Jean? Possibly. Jean is also slightly more modern than both of those. Tarask is so cute. No Jean? Damn it. Alright. Right, because Taiga's father's in the Yakuza, right? This makes sense. They pulled in Jaguar Warrior because she's a demi-servant of Taiga? Maybe? That makes sense. I mean, I feel like it would be smarter to pull in Ishtar, but, you know, do whatever you want. Emiya and Ishtar probably both know more. Why would you say King David? How is he more modern? He's basically my chief business rival. Wait, what? What? I'm so confused. King Darius? No, she probably means King David. I don't want to see the expression of someone who used up all their materials in embers. How did you know I was about to be experiencing that in, say, 3 hours? I'd rather die than to have us eat only apple cores for every meal. This expression with that line, what? It's like, what? Things wouldn't come to that, probably. Wasn't your future sight gonna get you a shit ton? I'm cheering for you, Queen of Sheba. Wait, no, I don't like either of these options. I want to let her go for them. God damn it. Stop being so sensible. You're a killjoy just like Shiro. Yeah, it's tough. Losing out on 3 whole. Fine quests, get this here. We find Jalter and Jalter is just like, fuck off. That could happen too. There's like there's 2 Jalters running around anyway. 3 Jalters. Sorry, I forgot about Santa Lily. Yeah, this is a simulation. How much did this renovation cost? You'll ruin our profits and losses. Alright. So I guess I know who we're fighting. No, I wanted this business venture to start. Why are we shutting it down? Such is life. I actually want to play some Yakuza tonight, so I might have to spend all my AP real quick farming feathers or something. Alright. Jaguar kick is not an AoE. Got it. Game can't tell me who I can and cannot bring. I'm bringing Lancelot to a rider node, and that's happening. Right. The Jaguar War is like level 40. Wow. All right. Kind of a waste, gonna do it anyway. She's getting like 20% next turn anyway. This turn anyway. So we're like a quarter of the way there. How many saints are in this game? Not counting copies of John and Martha. There's like one more saint, isn't there? One of these times Lancelot's got a crit. Come on, man. Don't do me like this. Alright. Surprised they haven't added more. There's like 30 freaking saints. There's like 1,000,000 saints. I don't know if he counts. So maybe 4 if he's included. I feel like there were more. I don't even remember what this does. Lots of sea stars, I saw that. Yay. Hopefully this kills him. He has the exact same skill as his other version. That's cool. I know this is suboptimal, but I want to do it anyway. We brought it along for Erendite Overload. Let's use it. Stop guarding! Shit, was he at like 70% NP there? What's his NP at right now? That was a crazy amount of NP refund. From like one arts card. We're only gonna get a couple frames of this. 47%? That's pretty good. He's running just 10% arts up. A single arts crit. NP arts crit gave him 47%. So he would be like 51%? 51, 52-ish% if we gave him Painting Summer. So he can actually arts loop if he gets 2 arts crits. Although that's pretty hard to do. Like, you need good cards for that, but he can loop once. Holy shit, the feathers. What the heck? 4 feathers? Damn. Like, I was planning on farming feathers. I don't actually know if I need to farm feathers now. Like, we've had like 2 nodes where we just got like 4 feathers. This has almost been worth doing just for the feathers. God damn. We saved snack time. I don't know how we were going to bankrupt Chaldea, but alright. There we go. Jaguar's been looting our pantry. Busted. I did. I wonder what her fate will be. Whatever it is, I don't want to see it. It's too terrible for words. Yeah, that's Kid Gil for you. Strangely rational. Especially considering he's the younger version of his archer self. And not, caster self. Camels. Wait, camels? What? Wait, what? What? You wanted money for camels? Pet camels? I don't think I've ever met anyone who wants a pet camel. But thinking about it, I wonder how big a baby camel is. Do you think a baby camel would be cute? It was like would a camel be cute if it was like knee high instead of like the size of a horse? I don't actually know how big baby camels are. I wasn't expecting something so innocent. I was expecting greed or something, but baby camels? I liked it. I like it. How many camels? Wait, 100? Oh. Okay. I was thinking like 3 or 4, not 100? Yeah, one would be lonely. I totally get you there. Why does Gilgamesh know this price off the top of his head? Yeah. You have to maintain camels in the middle of Antarctica? Alright. Pet camels in the simulator, right? Gonna spawn some camels for her? I can't say no to someone. I can't say no to someone with such fluffy ears looking so sad. This isn't fair. I will be your camel. 126. What level am I at? I will, every time we go to the desert now. In this game? Nothing, you just stop getting XP. They raise the level cap every once in a while. That's why if you notice, for the first like 80, 100-ish, for the first like 80, 90, maybe 100 levels, you basically gain something every level. And then, now that you're at like 126, it's like one friends list capacity. Next level. Literally nothing. Next level. One friends list capacity. Next level. One maximum cost. Because they keep expanding it, but they can't actually give you like anything too crazy like they did the first few levels. Why didn't we demonstrate how we could summon camels in the simulator? Who would have liked that? He's lying. I assume that's something. Heck. All that effort with David and he doesn't even give a shit? Alright. That's a fairly rude thing to say to someone's face. You're beautiful, but not my kind of beautiful. Bye. Especially after all that trouble trying to find her. Alright. Okay, let's see the servant profile. There are also legends from various regions that claim she had an inhuman appearance. In Arabia, it's said that the queen had hairy legs and the hooves of a donkey. In southern France, she's described as having a webbed foot, like that of a goose. There are some stories that even describe her as the daughter born of a female spirit demon and a male human. Just like a prism changes a ray of light into various colors as it passes through, it is thought that the queen possessed phantasmagorical powers which gave her the ability to change her appearance. That would be cool. So is she actually a shapeshifter? We'll never know. Damn, we don't even have Bond 1 for her. To spend this AP because I actually want to go play Yakuza 0 right now. I would do all these interludes, but it's nice having something to actually do. I'll probably do like 1 or 2 sets of interludes every day. And do all these. 5'6" isn't that short. 5'6" is alright. Nero is hella short. I think Nero's like 4'10" or something like that. Fate Nero type. Nero Claudius and Fate is like absurdly short. Yeah, 150 centimeters, which is, yeah, she's like 4'11". Nero is hella short. Alright. We need to spend this AP, and we got a bunch of frickin' feathers, so I guess we're going back to farming fangs, which we were doing in America, I believe? Is she 400? Yeah, okay. I believe. I know it's under 5 feet. I'm amused by that every time, because I know like they scale a lot of people's heights to like Japanese average height, which is funny if you're like not from Japan, because Japanese people are shorter on average than like people from Europe or North America. But it's still really funny to just think of her, because she's like hella she's like supposed to be short for a Japanese person, and then she's just like super short for anyone outside of Asia. Paul Bunyan can change his height at will. So probably not a big deal. Alright, for this node we just take bond people. We just do like our Arash team. Where we swap out Ishtar for someone else. Yeah, Paul can change his height, and I think King Protea can change her height too. Speaking of which, when I first saw King Protea, I thought she was really stupid, and now I'm like, no, I'm thinking I actually want a copy of King Protea just because she's kind of cute. Stupid Fate. Stupid Fate game making so many cute waifus. It's so frustrating having an endless list of characters like, oh, they're really cute. Oh, they're really cute. Oh, they're really cute. When does it end? I want all of them. I want to have all of these servants in my Chaldea. Oh, there. It's just not happening. It's just not happening fast enough. You know that feel, right? You're like, I don't want this character. 5 minutes later, I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it! That's the one quote from SpongeBob. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Lost Belt 3 servants. I mean, technically, Qin Shi Huang or whatever is supposed to be, like, really good, but I don't like his design, really, so I'm hoping... I mean, weirdly enough, I'm actually hoping they don't make me like any of the Lost Belt 3 servants that much, just so that I'm not tempted to spend Saint Quartz. I don't want to spend quartz on them. I don't need another Berserker. I don't want to roll for another 5-star. There's 2 5-stars, right? It's the Berserker and the Ruler. I mean, the horse guy looks cool, but I just don't want another Berserker. I got a lot of Berserkers. I don't even have skills on... I don't even have skills on half the Berserkers I have. Like, I have, you know, if for some reason I get bored of Hichikata and Penthesile, I still have John Alter Berserker as single target Berserkers. The master that becomes a servant? Come again? Come again? I was not aware of this. I know literally nothing about Lost Belt 3. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds pretty cool. I'm actually liking Lost Belts. I had like, for the first Lost Belt, I had no clue it was coming. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I don't remember what she looks like off the top of my head. Oh, her. Yeah, okay, now I recognize. She's like... Right. She's the one who, like, has, like, one of her costumes is, like, white. She's not Jing K. She's the other, a vaguely Chinese assassin. Her, okay. Took me a minute to have it come to mind. Yu Miaoing or something like that? I don't actually know her name as a servant, but I know who you're talking about. She's like a 4-star, right? April Fool skins. I don't think they've done any April Fool skins. The closest they've done is like the the Ryu Ascension art. Yeah, her. April Fool's skins would be kind of cool. Just for one turn. Just for one day, though, would be a lot of work for that. Although all the Ascension arts are also a lot of work, so maybe that'll be there. What they do when they want to take it to the next level, right? Ascension art's not good enough. This year, we do alternate Ascension forms. Yeah, she looks alright. She looks alright, actually. As a servant, she might be cool. I mean, I don't hate any of them as, like, mechanically. I'm just like, please don't add to the list of waifus or husbandos I want in my Caldea, because it's already overwhelming. Being like, I need like 30 serpents. I was talking to one of my friends and he's like, yeah, I only have like 2 characters in the game I actually want. And I'm like, how did you get through half of this game and not be like, I need this person? Like, you didn't like Ereshkigal? Come on, man. Yeah, Ereshkigal is great. And she's a practical choice. Enkidu is great, also a practical choice. Abby's great, also a practical choice. Those are all very tempting banners. For me, I'm also tempted by all of them. It's gonna be a hard couple of months. The only break I get from wanting servants is hopefully Lost Belt 3. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Don't remind me. I know, it's a rough month. But hope we get a bit of a break though, right? Like, assuming let's just hope Lost Belt 3 makes the new Lancer waifu not all that appealing. A fun character, but not one that I'm like, I desperately need this in my Chaldea. I definitely don't want to be rolling for a 4-star. I have terrible luck getting 4 stars. I usually end up getting the 5-star instead. I can never get the 4-star on rate up. That's because you've met Valkyrie. We'll see how you're feeling next month. And you're like, oh my god, this new Lancer, she's so cool. Valkyrie's is a cool servant, so I'll give you that. Although it actually took me a while to come around to liking Valkyries. I think I got like 3/4 of the way through the Lost Belt before I stopped thinking they looked incredibly stupid. Give me those fangs. I need them. Semi-Rose? Semi-Rose is alright. I still think Cleopatra's better, but again, that might be one of those things where the grass is always greener on the other side. I mean, she is limited, so she could show up there. If that's what you're hoping for, go for it. Like, anyone new or anyone you're looking for on that banner would be good, because It's like a 1 in 30 or whatever to get anyone, right? So if you get someone new or someone you're looking for, go for it. I definitely want someone like, even if Semiramis isn't at the top of my priority list for assassins, I definitely want Semiramis more than like NP2 Altera, or no, Altera's not limited. NP2 of some servant I didn't want. Trying to think of which, yeah. Yeah, it's super random, right? The next, the GSSR, I believe, the next one is like, completely right. It's like every limited servant ever, right? Yeah, Hassan's fucking awesome. Everyone loves Hassan. Whether or not you need a Hassan, very different question. King Hassan, very different question, but he's awesome. Be very tempted. I'd be very tempted to 10-10-10 grail him too. NP2 Summer Nero? That's good. Well, I'm gonna pray you don't get another Summer Nero on that ticket, on that event. That looks to be about your only bad result. I don't really think you need more than like NP2 Summer Nero. Like her damage is pretty good. NP3. I am fucking jealous of you. Get out of here. NP3, this guy. Yeah, I like Summer Nero too. Mine's only NP1. I pushed a little bit hoping I'd get kind of lucky, but didn't end up getting that NP2 and was unwilling to go under 600 St. Quartz for Gilgamesh. Maybe I should have thrown a few more St. Quartz Neocasters way though. As the saving for Gilgamesh didn't really help me during Gilfest. I was going for Summer Fran. It's like the I have that same problem. Like, I wanted Summer Martha. Yeah, I didn't get it. I wanted Summer Martha and got Archuria. I mean, I kind of wanted Archuria too, but, you know. I was like, if I just get a Summer Martha, I'm stopping the minute I get her. NP2 is still good. Like the damage from NP scaling goes down like every single NP level, so NP2 is your biggest leap in what you need for most of your damage thresholds. The big thing about like NP2 is that you can go over 100% and that you get like that extra, what is it, like 50% damage scaling on NP? It's the biggest leap in damage in terms of NP levels. Oh, no crits. Oh, we didn't need it. Alright, turns out we don't need crits. We also somehow managed to get 41 C stars with nothing but arts cards that didn't crit. I don't know how that happened. Okay, we got a lot of feathers. We got a lot of fangs. We got a few fangs, not the most, but an alright amount. Not enough fragments. You know how it is. Never enough fragments. Alright. Give me that delicious Saint Quartz. I still don't know what I need for these. None of these are high priority for me right now. I guess maybe the needles, because Caster Gilgamesh wants a whole bunch. We got a bit before a reset. What is this? Is this always... This is a permanently split banner, right? Oh, it isn't permanently split. Shit. Oh, I might throw a couple tickets at Ku Alter. He's fucking good. Of course, I probably won't get him, but... Wild tickets, you know. Those YOLO tickets eventually pay off, right? You just gotta throw enough of them. One day, they'll pay off. Alright. I think... Oh, we actually have. We're actually getting our next AP in like 2 seconds. Whatever, I'll spend that then. 3, 2, 1. This guy has NP4 Skaha Skadi. She is just crit up, right? Her NP level, like, her NP scaling is terrible. Very weird to see the people doing that. Yes. Yes, it is. That's why I was like, if you want someone, good luck. I hope you get them. Because if you have any number of limited servants, it is a risky, risky time. Yeah, the whole list. They're all limited at least, so there's no getting the general pool servant that you already have MP3 because they're always available. But yeah, no halvesies, no class selection. The whole list, man, it's rough. Kiara is pretty versatile, I can see that. I have a couple limited servants I'd be okay with doubling up on, actually. They have Archuria, and she kind of wants to be NP2, just so that she can go over 100%, because one of her abilities costs NP. And then, of course, Hokusai needs NP damage, because her whole shtick is, like, clearing waves with her neutral damage. So she obviously is good with higher NP levels. Nero, I'm like very meh on extra levels. Semiramis needs more damage, but I'd prefer not to be getting it in the form of NP levels, as I prefer to get someone more excited. What else do I have for limited servants? So you're hoping not to get Okita or Musashi, I see. I think I'm with you there. Look. I hear if you collect all the sabers, you unlock a secret mode. The Council of Sabers. Now, I'm not clear on if it's Saber the class or Saber the character. That'll be up to you to find out when you inevitably roll Okita. And start on your epic journey to Arthur, Shiki, Nero, and Okita. Oh, I forgot about Shiki. Well. Oh, Arthur's limited too. Oof. 3 chances to get a non-duplicate extra saber. I forgot I like half cleared America because I was trying to collect St. Quartz. I was wondering why this place looked empty. Alright. I think I'm going to take a short break. And when I'm back, I'm probably going to be playing Yakuza 0. Yeah, you probably don't want MP4 Nero. But on the other hand, NP4 Nero is also an NP4 Nero, and that is a great thing. You should be commended for having any NP level of Nero. The higher, the better. Alright. I will be back shortly with Yakuza 0. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Merlin and Skaha are great. Is Scotty also on the list? That would be some good RNG to get a Scotty. Scotty or Merlin would be great. Alright. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye now.